The ship Orpheus 9 drifted silently through deep space. No stars moved outside the window. No sound echoed in the halls. Everything was still, exactly as it should be, except one thing. Adrian woke up. His eyes opened slowly, heavy with the weight of cryosleep. Cold vapor curled around him as the pod hissed open. His body trembled as he pulled himself upright, breathing hard. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Ship, why am I awake?
A calm artificial voice answered immediately.
Good morning, crew member Adrian Keller. All systems are functioning within normal parameters.
Adrian frowned. That didn't make sense.
How long until scheduled wake-up?
73 years.
Adrian froze.
What?
He stepped out of the pod, his legs shaking. The cryo chamber lights flickered slightly, casting long shadows across the room. 6 pods stood in a row, 5 were sealed. 1 was open. His. Adrian walked slowly past the others, checking each display. All stable. All asleep. Then he reached the last one, and stopped. The pod was empty. Adrian stared at it, his heartbeat rising.
Ship. Identify crew member assigned to this pod.
Dr. Elias Vance.
Status.
Stable. In cryosleep.
Adrian's voice sharpened.
That pod is empty.
There was a pause, then.
All crew members are in cryosleep.
A cold feeling spread through his chest. Adrian turned away and moved quickly out of the chamber. The corridors were dim. Too dim, as he walked, the silence felt wrong. Not peaceful. Not calm, heavy. Watching. He reached the control room and pulled up the ship's logs.
Show me cryo chamber activity.
The timeline appeared. No pod had opened, not his. Not anyone's. Adrian stared at the screen.
That's impossible.
Hours passed. Or maybe minutes. Time didn't feel real anymore. Then the first thing happened. Footsteps. Behind him, Adrian turned sharply. Nothing. Just the empty corridor stretching into darkness. He laughed nervously.
Okay. Okay, you're losing it.
But when he checked the food storage later, one ration pack was missing.
I didn't take that.
He whispered. Back in the sleeping quarters, Adrian stood in front of a metal mirror. His reflection stared back at him. Pale, tired, confused. Then the surface fogged slightly, as if someone had breathed on it. Right behind him, Adrian spun around. Nothing. His breathing became faster now.
Ship. Am I alone?
Yes.
The answer came too quickly. Later, while searching the maintenance corridor, Adrian found something that made his stomach drop. A note. Handwritten. On real paper.
Don't trust the pods.
Adrian stared at it.
I didn't write this.
But the handwriting, it looked like his. He ran back to the cryo chamber. Something was wrong. He knew it now. He felt it. This time. He checked every pod more carefully. Closer. Slower. Then he saw it. One pod. Slightly different. The label was faint. As if it had been replaced. Adrian wiped the surface with his sleeve. And read.
No.
Adrian Keller, Subject B. His hands began to shake.
No, no. No.
He looked inside. A man lay there. Sleeping peacefully. Connected to the system. The man looked exactly like him. Adrian stumbled backward, hitting the wall.
That's not possible. Ship.
His voice cracked.
Who is Subject B?
There was a long pause. Too long. Then the system replied.
Subject B is active.
Adrian's heart pounded violently. He rushed to the control room again, pulling up hidden logs, bypassing restrictions with shaking hands.
Show restricted files. Authorization override.
Silence. Then,
Access granted.
a final log appeared. Recorded by Dr. Elias Vance, the video flickered to life. Dr. Vance looked exhausted. Pale. Terrified,
If you're watching this,
Vance said, his voice unsteady.
then the experiment worked.
Adrian leaned closer to the screen.
I successfully transferred consciousness during cryosleep. A duplicate mind, in a separate body.
Adrian shook his head slowly.
No.
But there was a problem.
Vance continued.
Something else came through. Something that wasn't supposed to be there.
The screen glitched.
I hid the original. I put him back into sleep.
Adrian's breath stopped.
And the copy
Vance looked directly into the camera.
is walking around the ship.
The video ended. Adrian stood frozen. Then slowly, he turned toward the cryo chamber. The system screen behind him flickered. Updated. Crew status: Dr. Elias Vance. Asleep. Adrian Keller. Asleep. Adrian Keller. Active. Adrian stepped back. His reflection appeared faintly on the dark screen. But something was wrong. There were two reflections. A voice whispered softly behind him.
Now you understand.
Adrian didn't turn around. He couldn't. The lights went out. And in the darkness, something moved. Adrian tries to escape the situation. He seals the cryo chamber. Locks the system. Forces a manual reboot. The ship goes dark. Silence. Then, he wakes up. Back inside the pod. The lid opens again. Cold air. Same room. Same lights. Everything repeats. He runs to the system screen. Crew status: all crew asleep, no active. No anomaly. A final message appears.
Dream stabilization successful.